Cardano cryptocurrency coin. Hey everybody, Peter Gantner here. I am here with our tokenomics to cover Cardano. Exciting stuff going on. Some of the progress that is being made is amazing. And we're going to jump right into it. So let me hit my share screen here and we will jump right into Cardano. $2.17, guys. That is up considerably from where it started, up for the year. I was actually looking at this 1,466.2%. Oh, before we jump too much into this, guys, remember, I, Peter Ganner, am not a financial advisor. I don't want to be, never wanted to be, will never be. This is simply for educational purposes. I'm a crypto enthusiast business person who happens to love the space and involved in the space. So let's jump back into it. Cardano, 46% in the last 7 days. Guys, this thing is on a roll, right? It's moving forward. It's making progress. And why is it making progress is the big question. Well, if we jump out to Wikipedia here, guys, I'm going to do this. Let's look at a little bit of the history of it. So Charles Hoskins was part of Ethereum. He helped get that going. He was part of the original team. Him and Vitalik had a difference of opinion. Actually, he wanted as to raise money, Hoskins wanted to accept venture capital and create a for-profit entity, while Buterin wanted to keep it running as a non-profit organization. That's an interesting point with Cardano, because Cardano has a for-profit division. And then, of course, it has the Cardano Foundation, which is a non-profit, right? So he, instead of it took a twofold approach there with this split when he did figure out how he wanted to form it. So Cardano non-profit, IOHK is the for-profit software arm that was set up. And what it does is it develops the software for the Cardano Foundation. Okay, so we can jump out to their website. We may come back to that, but let's jump out to their website, making the world a work better for all. One of the interesting things, guys, is that there is going to be a major player in this space. And is it Ethereum? We know that Bitcoin is a store of value more than anything else at this point, unless there's some great upgrade that happens in that situation. So there will be the number one functioning blockchain that becomes the go-to, right? And then there'll be a 2 and a 3 and a 4, transaction speeds, a lot of the different stuff that's out there. It'll be impossible for one person to do it all. So there will be multiples, but there will be one leader. And of course, up to this point, everybody has thought Ethereum. On the surface side of things, a lot of projects built on it. It's out there. A lot of people have a lot of Ethereum. It's the number 2 coin right now. However, here is Cardano. Took a different approach. Ethereum kind of just, does it like most of the people out there. One of the neat things is with Cardano is Cardano actually took a different approach to it. They said, hey, we want to do it from a peer review basis. And so they were able to go through and a lot of testing, a lot of building and testing and figuring out the scalability and stuff like that for the token or for the coin Cardano, where Ethereum just did it, right? It put it out there and it's developed along the way. Of course, it's had some conflicts with some of the miners and going over to proof of stake. That is one thing, guys. Cardano is a proof of stake blockchain. Of course, would be better for the environment. However, Ethereum is heading in that right direction. So if you guys want to check out the website, you can go to cardano.org and that'll take you to the website. There's stuff here for individuals. There's stuff here as well for blockchain. Of course, you can stake your tokens and make returns. One of the neat things I saw over here, let's go over here. There's actually a calculator, so you can calculate the earnings if you decide to stake ADA. I like tokens that you can stake because not only are you looking at the price of the token going up to earn money, but you can actually earn while you're holding on to those and they're going up in value. You can earn something. So there's the calculator for that. You know, we'll see here very quickly. So let's go over a couple of good things that are coming for ADA right now, and why is the price pumping. Of course, there's been a lot of talk, and a lot of people have gotten impatient. I realized one thing in the blockchain space, and maybe in life in general, people are very impatient. They don't want to wait for something to have the time to develop and grow and build out. They want what they want, and they want it now. And so that's been one of the things with Cardano, is they take their time and they move at a very, I don't want to say a slow pace, but a very methodical pace in getting this stuff done and getting stuff peer reviewed. Now we're going to know which is better: jump into the frying pan and just do it, more Ethereum, or plan it out, peer reviewed, go through testing, go through all the motions, and then put it out there. Because Alonzo smart contracts, guys, are coming in September. So that has been the big move forward on that side of it. And Cardano is a proof of stake, evidence-based consensus algorithm. That's what it moves by. It is, of course, proof of stake, so carbon-free, and remarkably in cheap transactions. So that's one of the great things about it. With Ethereum, right? A lot of people got it, bought it extremely cheap. It's gone up. People have kind of just went along with the higher fees. Now, the Binance Smart Chain came out with very low fees, and look how fast that took off, and look how fast that went. Now, is that going to happen the same for Cardano? If we have inexpensive fees, if we have a stable, very fast transactions, that is the key. One of the big things out there is, and we think in the financial sector when we think the blockchain and the number of transactions. So when you hear something like, you know, even Solana, 50,000 transactions per second, and you think, wow, that's a lot of transactions. But when you look at the blockchain, or at least the way I think of it is, once it's fully up and running, just about every transaction online will go through the blockchain, right? You're talking about data. You're talking about entertainment, right? All kinds of entertainment, financial transactions. You're talking about collective. I mean, just it's vast, the amount of stuff that's going to go through medical records. So the number of transactions that are going to need to be done are in the millions of transactions per second, especially since the blockchain is going to bring another 2 billion people over the next 5 or 10 years into the global economy. So we're going to go from about 4 point something billion to over 6 billion people that are part of the global economy, which means what? More transactions, more records, which is why there will be multiple chains. But from what I was reading in there, Cardano is talking about, because of the scalability issue, possibly over 1 million transactions per second. That would be incredible. You know, where you have some of the other chains, 800, 1200, 5,000, 10,000 transactions per second. I think that would put them into a great place. Some of the big news is that Celsius is now paying interest on ADA. So you can actually put your ADA there and you can earn interest on it. So that's something that has recently hit. And as well as back in, I believe it was April or May, Cardano passed 1 million wallets of people holding Cardano. And I think my favorite thing about Cardano is it's the strength of its community. It has a very loyal community, very much like the Bitcoin maximalists, and there are Ethereum people that are just Ethereum. Cardano has a very strong community, and community is the commerce of the future, especially in the blockchain space. So let's real quick look at this, guys. We have Cardano. And then, of course, you have IOHK, which is that, and then you have Emergo. This is something interesting. If you want to learn about Emergo and about a blockchain and how to use Cardano, they've actually set up a university. You can go here. We'll put the link in the description there, and you can actually take courses. They are paid. There's a small fee, $120 for the first module, $450 and $450 if you want to begin to learn how to use Cardano. They go through and explain why they chose, or why you should use it, why it should be your choice when you're building stuff and putting stuff together. And then, of course, this is IOHK, which you can go check out. Again, this is the for-profit division of Cardano. Their main they develop the projects for Cardano, so they're working on the software and the technology. I haven't really been able to see what that relationship looks like, how they get compensated, how that stuff moves forward, but I'm going to dig into it more, and hopefully I'll be able to do another video on that side of it. So a lot of great stuff going on in the blockchain space, guys. It is on its way. There's not a ton on Wikipedia about Cardano, but we know that Charles Hoskins, bold character, has made some pretty big statements about the future of Cardano. Right now, you're looking at about a $69.43 billion market cap. Of course, Ethereum's 3 times that amount right now. Who knows what happens in September with them launching smart contracts. We're definitely looking at utilizing Cardano now that they'll have the smart contracts and moving into that space. That's what I've got for today, guys. Hopefully you like that. The trading volume over $5 billion a day. That's high trading volume. So that's good. A lot of support out there, a lot of high hopes for Cardano. And I guess the big question is, will Cardano be that #1 chain? And is it the chain that's going to overtake Ethereum and create massive amounts of wealth for people? And I say that, guys, even if it went to $1 trillion, right? You're about, what, 15x above where it's at right now. It's not that. It's what's going to be built on that blockchain. And maybe it goes to 2 trillion and you can 30x, goes to a $60 ADA or even a $100 ADA. That would be fantastic. And there definitely would be some margins there. But what's really exciting are the projects that will be built on the chain. And the projects that are built on that #1 chain will have some of the #1 most profitable companies out there. It's that simple. All right, guys, thanks for joining me today. And I look forward to creating more content. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. Cardano, is it the one?